Hey everyone, how are you doing today? It's Hillary, the marketing mom. Glad you're able to join me today. Today is Thursday, is it? The 28th, and yesterday was my anniversary. I forgot to share that with everybody. Yep, that's just the ping that I'm going live. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a social media manager, digital marketing expert, business coach and trainer, and I work particularly with moms to show them how to use the social web to build their business online. And why moms? Because, well, I am a mom. I'm the mother of 2.5. Yes, we are expecting our third child in May of next year. So 2018 is going to be a fantastic year for me to demonstrate to you how, yes, it is possible even through pregnancy, through the babies, through everything else that's going on in your life, you can still build a business online, be successful, and just be proud to be a mom who's able to do this because you're available to your kids. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have to lock them away like times like this when you want to do a Facebook Live. Yeah, there's some parents who they could focus and speak while the kids are screaming. I'm not one of those parents. So, whenever I'm doing these 10 to 15 minute lives every Monday through Friday, 12:30 AST, as in GMT -4, because I am in Trinidad and Tobago, if you haven't recognized the accent. All right, that is the time that I come on every Monday through Friday, unless it's a public holiday and I just feel like kicking back and relaxing. So what I want to share with you is something that I have observed in myself as well, and I want to share it because it is very important. And yesterday, we always sit down in our downtime and we scroll through the news feed, right? The kids are probably taking a nap or they're outside running around on their bikes, and I saw this quote: what you focus on is what you get. And I thought to myself, like I shared yesterday, taking the pictures of all of our Christmas preparations, I realized that that was a very important goal for me last year in terms of spending more time with my daughter, because the year before, and if you notice what I'm doing, I'm looking at each year and looking at what went well, what didn't, and what I could have done better. So this year, at the end of last year actually, so at the end of last year, I thought to myself, I need to spend a little more time with my then 3-year-old, who's now 4 going on 5, right? And so I put that on my vision board, and what I realized is that that was so much of a focus for me that it materialized, it happened. All right, and that is something that's a reality. So maybe there were other things that I didn't focus on as much because it wasn't that important, like spending time with my daughter this year. Because what I realized in the first 2 years of building my business, I didn't spend a lot of time with her, and the reality was I was building this business for her, right? So that I can spend time with her, and I wasn't doing that. So I decided that that's going to be on my vision board. That's going to be a goal that I'm setting, and I actually achieved it. So what you focus on is what you get. So I'm not saying that I only focused on that, but what I've realized throughout this 4-year, almost 5-year journey, because literally when my daughter turns 5, it will be 5 years that I've been in this business. She is the reason that I decided to leave my job, because I remember when I was going on maternity leave, and for those of you who haven't heard the story before, I just want to share it really quickly. For those of you who've never heard it before, my daughter, I was going on maternity leave with my first daughter, and I said to myself, I am not coming back. Now, I had just jumped into the online world and I didn't know what I was doing or anything like that. And 3 months after pregnancy leave, because we have maternity leave for 3 months, I was heading back to the office, and I said, no, this isn't happening. It's not happening. And within a few months, I was able to leave my job. All right, and I haven't looked back. Okay, yes, there have been times when it's like, gosh, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. You're tired, you're frustrated, results aren't coming, whatever the case may be, but eventually things happen. The light does shine. Like, is there the light is shining in the back of me? The light eventually shines. So keep at it. But what I want to share with you is for 2018, I want you to focus on something, because that first year that I left my job, I focused on one thing. I focused on blogging. Okay, I focused on blogging and making sure that I can build content. And at the end of that year, I had so much content that I can go back to repurpose, change about, all right, update. Okay, and what I want to share with you is, because like this morning I have been searching a lot of blog posts, doing some research on social analytics, all right? As you know, I'm a social media manager. So I've been doing a lot of research there, and I kept coming over a blog post, but every time I looked at the blog post, I looked at what was the date it was published, and that's something that's critical, so that if you focus next year, for example, on creating videos or creating blog posts or whatever it is that you want to focus on, that's going to be evergreen content that people are always going to be able to find, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on your blog post, on your website, doing a Google search, all right? You have to make sure that, okay, if this year was a year of focusing on content creation and content creation that actually matters, then what you need to be able to look at the end of the year is say, okay, does any of this need updating? Right? Because I can guarantee you a lot of the blog posts that I was looking at this morning, doing a lot of research, they haven't done that process. I mean, a blog post published in 2013, especially if it has to do with social analytics, needs to be updated, you would think, right? So I want you to tell me down in the comments below what you're going to be focusing on in 2018, particularly for your business. All right. Now, if there's one thing, I just want you to name one thing. If it's personal, I want you to name that one thing. Let me know what it is. But particularly for 2018, what is the one thing you're going to focus on? Because whatever you focus on is what you're going to get. So if your entire year is going to be focused on lead generation, all right, you've got to put your all into figuring out, how am I going to create leads? And if you need help with that, all you've got to do is click on the link in the description. It's either above or below. Don't know which direction it is, or if you're on YouTube, it may be to the side, who knows? All right, but I want you to click on that link, because if you want to focus on lead generation, then you've got to focus on that. Get into a system that teaches specifically how to generate leads. Now, the thing is, you've got to have the mindset of, if I'm focusing on leads, I may get sales, but you're not going to be getting down on yourself if you're not getting sales. Because guess what? You said January 1st, 2018, I'm focusing on lead generation. And you're trying to get people to know, like, and trust you and get leads. All right? That's what you're going to be focusing on. If that's what you're focusing on, great. If you're focusing on sales, then you're looking at conversions. So that means what you're telling me, if you're focusing on sales, is that I already got 1,000 leads. Okay? Now I need those leads to be converted into sales. And if we go by numbers, only 10% of those leads are ever going to convert to sales. All right? So what do you do with the rest? You've got to do something else, which is a subset of what you're going to focus on, which is continuing the engagement process with those leads that don't convert. All right? So again, what you're focusing on this year, drop it in the comments below. Tell me, and if you need help, not if, you may just want to chat. It's a free 30-minute session. It doesn't cost you a penny to talk to me for 30 minutes. Schedule your session, and if those are some of the challenges that you have, content creation, lead generation, sales conversion, schedule a session with me, all right, before the end of the year. And you know what? You'll find that my calendar is looking a little open because it's the holiday season. So grab your seat now, okay? Grab your seat now. It's a free 30-minute session, strategy session. We're going to work through what it is, where you're at, where you need to be, and see how we can achieve your goals for 2018, all right? So I will see you tomorrow, 12:30. GMT minus 4. I'm going to say GMT minus 4 just so that you know it's very universal, because guess what? Our audience is all over the world, all right? And not everybody understands Eastern Standard Time. That's me. Just letting you all know. It's like GMT minus 4 works great for me, GMT minus 5. But this Eastern Pacific, So anyway, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you are starting your day right now, well, good for you. For some people who are on the Pacific side, if you're starting, great. Have a good one. Make it a productive day. And for those of you ending your day, or maybe you're going to buckle down to get some work done, make it a productive one. Okay, have a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, click the link in the description to schedule your free 30-minute strategy session with me. Bye now.